Hey everybody, Cathy McLeish here with Alcoholism Unpacked, sharing a little bit of information about alcohol, recovery, what it looks like when you're in your last stages of drinking, what recovery might look like if you choose to go in that positive direction. But here today we're just going to talk about a pet peeve, and I've got a few of those and I've addressed them, but this one is social drinking is so acceptable. It's so promoted. Drinking in the atmosphere as you're growing up, it's almost something that you aspire to do. You see grown-ups do it, whether it's at an occasion or whether you're toasting somebody for a wedding, a birthday party, all kinds of things. I mean, I know I grew up with alcohol in my home. It was not abused in my home by any means, but it was a celebratory thing that was used to mark different occasions in a positive way. And then you go on, you go to college, and being part of a fraternity, a sorority, any of these atmosphere where alcohol is flowing is also another thing that people aspire to do. So we are growing up, we're raising our kids in a society where alcohol, a drug that many people get addicted to, a drug that causes a lot of death, whether it is the person that is abusing the drug themselves or somebody that they hurt through their abuse of alcohol, a drug that causes so much frustration, so much sadness, so much destruction. So we are a society that does this. And then the pet peeve, the thing that I find hard to understand, is that when somebody finds themselves on the other side, when somebody actually is addicted to that drug that was so glorified through their youth and their high school and college years, their 20s, even their 30s, it was what you did. And if you didn't do it, you were kind of like, why not? What's the matter with you? When you find yourself on the other side and it is a problem and you aren't showing up at work and you're spending money you don't have and oh, you got a DUI, no, it was your second, then people are looking at you like you are a freak and you have a problem and what is the matter with you? And I guess here's the matter. We told people that this is the thing to do, and then when they're doing it and they come to the point where it becomes a problem, we're not there for them anymore. In fact, we don't want to know anything about it. We don't want to look at it. We don't want to hear about it. And we attach so much shame to it that they have a problem getting help themselves. Now, I am not taking away the responsibility of the person that has drank to the point that drinking is a problem. They are responsible and they need to be responsible and address this. But one thing that helps us to address our problem is other people acknowledging, talking about it, not behind our back, but maybe to our face. Other people being part of our support system, other people learning and educating themselves so they know what to do and what not to do, just like you would do if you were supporting someone that had any other disease. You would come to their aid. You would try and find out what you could do to help if you were close to them, if you were related to them. Now, granted, we can do a lot to push you away, and we can do a lot to hurt and abuse you. And I'm not talking about enabling. I'm just talking about society as a whole has this double standard where we kind of feed in to the beauty, the fun, the adventure of alcohol. And then when it's a problem, we say, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to look at it. We don't want to know about it. Don't tell us your problems. Don't show us your shame and ugliness. And yet we were a part of getting them there. So, pet peeve, you can put something in the comments. You don't have to agree with me. You can put it all off on the alcoholic, but I'll tell you this, it isn't going to get any better until, as a society, we start to take responsibility for the messages, the mixed messages we're giving generation after generation. Our children are watching us do things that we later say, why are you doing that? Why? And they could possibly say, because I watched you do it my whole childhood, because you allowed me to do it from my graduation party on, because you got me out of jail with that first DUI, because you told me to join that fraternity or that sorority and the atmosphere was nothing but drinking. You had to know that. You were in that sorority when you were in college. We have to take a little bit of responsibility for what is happening. And our youth are losing, they're being cheated out of their futures because we're selling them this bill of goods that doesn't pull through. It doesn't take them where we're promising it will take them. It takes them downhill. And for a lot of people, they can drink responsibly. They can be social drinkers. But then there's this other group that cannot. And they've been told the same story as those people that are making it work. I'm just saying it would be nice if we moved away from this double standard and came more to a common ground where alcohol is not all that. And if you can't drink, it's not all that. Why do we look at somebody that doesn't drink and want to pressure them to drink? Why do we think that is so odd? And why do we think drinking is so amazing and glorified when we see the destruction that it does? So Cathy McLeish just giving you some food for thought. Maybe it's something that you totally agree with, and maybe it's something that you don't. But that's why we have comments. You can comment and you can share, and we can learn from each other's wisdom and experience here on Alcoholism Unpacked. Cathy McLeish, subscribe, follow, and please be part of the solution.